Hey, pot of people, what's going on, mother truckers? It's Way of the Bear. We are back at it. Look at this. Holy crap. We got the holy trinity of douchebags. We got, just kidding.
The Holy Trinity.
All right, we got Nick. Hey, how's it going, Nick? And we got Chris. How's it going, Chris? Chris has been a while. He's the prodigal son coming back because he ran out of money. He was out doing a lot of naughty things, and then he came back running back to daddy.
It's like, actually, I just got out of jail.
Yeah, probably. Who knows, man? We got some stories I'm sure to hear from you.
They got me. They caught me working while getting unemployment, and apparently that's illegal. So
Yeah. How we doing? How we doing? Nick? Talk for a second.
Sounding okay to you guys?
It's still kind of quiet, man. I don't know,
I don't know either.
but I don't know. I might be able to bump you up later.
Okay.
I no promises. I could bump up everything, and then it would just be like Nick or Chris and I were gonna be like blaring, and you're just gonna be normal volume.
Hi.
My eardrums. Well, it is good to have the three of us here finally because hey, we decided to join with a third person, and I think it's going well so far, and it'll be cool to see how the three of us will do it. And it's kind of cool because then we can mix it up, and we don't always all three have to be here. We can like mix it that way. We kind of keep the podcast
yeah, I mean,
rolling.
we can leave you out of it sometimes too.
Oh, I hope so. I'm the one that's always here. I'm batting 1,000, brothers.
Well, I have to notice, Sean, are you wearing a Batman shirt right now by chance?
Batman shirt? No.
Yeah, because we are.
Oh wow.
Boom! Get the hell out of here,
man. That's you got us. You got me. You can barely see yours there, Nick.
Yeah, I
Yours is a
know.
little faded. You're almost like in this vintage. So his is vintage looking. It's like a faded, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably be calling each other by each other different names, just so you know, because I have a problem doing that, especially since your names are so close and like the same. Like Nick, Chris. It's like very. I don't know, for the I don't know, it's something wrong with my brain, and like it's 4 words that are like it's one of those short, quick. It's easy to mix up for me. I'm just letting you know. So I'm gonna be like Chris Nick. No, Nick. Chris. So
Call
I
me Pancho
apologize.
if it makes it easier.
Poncho and Chon. And then what about
There you
Nick?
go.
What can Nick be?
Nah,
You
I gotta
give
think
me
about
one.
it.
Yeah, mine's Chon. Do you know that Nick?
Sean?
His family calls me Chon. CHON.
It was the funniest thing when I first heard it. See, my wife says it right, like Sean,
Yeah,
but then everybody else says Chon, and I was like, it got catchy, so
it
I
is
stuck
catchy.
with it.
I'll
Chon.
allow it. I'll allow it. I think it's fine. I don't feel offended by it, even though you guys are probably making fun of me in Spanish whenever I'm standing around.
When have I done that?
I don't know. The one time that I came over to your house, I felt like a fish out of water. There's like 4 people that like all speak Spanish, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know much Spanish.
You should have grabbed your phone and be like, this is the the Mexicans in their natural habitat.
I need to get the translator out.
Right.
That'll help. Well, boys, how's life been treating you? Nobody got the Rona? Nobody got the Rona?
Not that I know.
My Corona.
Unless I'm like asymptomatic or something.
Asymptomatic. That's a big word.
I got. Shouldn't see. Funny thing though is that I'm not working with a lot of people, but I'm always like outside and stuff like that. So
Yeah, you should be.
yeah,
Good.
I mean it's like high risk, but then again like not really because it's just construction work. Like it's construction site, so it's not like you're stuck in a warehouse with a bunch of people close together. So
You think you're high risk though? Is that what they call it?
no, I mean
no.
some people see it like that, but I mean
Really?
not me.
Not me. I, you're the doctor, so
Right?
Yeah,
No, I'm just a Mexican.
I
yeah.
probably interact with like the same 15 people entire like personal life and work life. So it's like I don't
Yeah.
many people. So
Right.
all
Originally,
good so far. So
that's good. That would be bad, especially this time. I don't know. I don't know why it'd be worse now to get it,
I
just
thought
because
I,
I don't know.
I thought it was supposed to go away with the heat though.
That's what everybody was saying, but now what Nashville or Tennessee is starting to shut down now. Again, I
Yeah.
heard.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. They're like gonna start shutting down again soon, or if they haven't already started, I don't know.
We still
haven't
haven't fully opened up. I mean, we're pretty much close to it, but
Yeah,
we're opened up.
and we were too. I mean, there's only there's a couple places you could go to, and they were open, but they have like real limited seating. But
Yeah.
I
And others don't even bother opening. They're just doing drive-through or
right.
curbside pickup.
Well, I ordered today. We ordered a Waffle House, and it was around like 10:30 or so. I go in there, and there's nobody there. I was like, that's weird for a Waffle House. And when I walked in there, there's like, oh, thanks. I might have to. I got like a thing. I got a notification just now saying, it's a gift from Zoom. You've gone over your 40-minute. I don't know, time
Meeting.
limit on how much you're supposed to do it.
So I guess now we gotta pay.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, but we've gone. How many episodes have we done? Like,
Yeah, I know.
what, Nick? The first episode we did was like 2 hours long.
Well, then
Oh.
the record one was 3.
Yeah, was it 3 hours?
Yeah, the record one was like almost 3 hours long.
Was it really?
Yeah, wait till you start editing that bad boy.
Oh my god!
You got some work to do.
I did
Sean?
not realize that.
Yeah,
Oh shit!
it was
I need to
about
pay.
what do you expect.
What?
It was about music. What do you expect?
I know. Like, you and me start talking about music, it's over.
Yeah, that was limited. Like we didn't. That was like we had to stay on these.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But every album was like a 10-15 minute draw of something.
Oh yeah,
Times 25, 30 albums. I don't know what it was. It was a lot.
yeah. It was.
It'll be a good listen. Maybe I might have to break that up into 3. If it is actually 3 hours, I'm gonna break that up into 3 parts.
You should probably break it up into 6.
6 30-minute break. I'll do every I don't know. I'll have to figure something out. That's gonna
You
be
should
a
do
good list.
you should do like season 1 just for that.
Season 1. I
Limited-
almost want to find an editor to pay on Fiverr or something, and because they do have. I've looked, and there's some people that will edit your audio podcast, but I didn't find too many that would edit your YouTube podcast, and that is kind of troubling because I wish I knew somebody that I know one person. His name is Oliver. That he actually graduated from MTSU in audio video, so he could do it, but I don't think he'd want to. I'd have to probably pay him $100 an episode or something stupid. Because I mean, it would take a long time to especially. But then he could add in cool shit, cool transitions. Especially if we had the multicam thing going, then I'd expect some decent quality stuff, not just oh, here I cut the ends off on the front and the back, and you swore in the middle. I cut that out too. No, for $100, seriously, I could do that myself.
Or since you're not working, you can do it yourself.
I know it's extremely hard to get motivated to do it, man. To sit down and just okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sit down and do it, and then but I haven't seen this on Netflix yet. And now I have HBO Max now.
Oh jeez.
So it's even more. I'm just the latest season of Curb Your Enthusiasm just got binge watched, which is awesome. I don't know if you guys keep up with that still.
I don't think I've. God, I think it was season 6 was my.
Yeah, he's got. This is the 11th one, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I was talking to him. I was talking to Mass and
We just got demonetized, just so you know.
Why? Did we swear?
I
No.
cursed.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sure it's not that bad. They have a couple of curse words. I'm sure that they're okay with.
Man.
So,
You got a lot of
anyways,
free time. That's all I'm saying.
no, I know, and I need to utilize it more.
I can't remember the last time I was able to get on Netflix and follow a good show.
I know. There's also another show on Netflix, or not Netflix, but on HBO Max. It's called Mrs. Fletcher. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I have. I've heard about that.
You haven't heard about that, Nick? Oh man, it's with Catherine Hahn, and that's the girl. That's the lady from Step Brothers that like Nick or Chris that you and I always talk about.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like, I want you in my, that girl.
yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Where she's like the daughter or the wife of the other brother. She's like, I just want you in my vagina. That's
And which got
the lead.
demonetized.
Hey, I was PC. I was PC about it. Is that like I said? No. Beep. So she's the lead of Mrs. Fletcher, and she's this like retired. No, she's not retired. She's newly divorced. I think over the last like maybe a year, or so, couple of years or something. But she's like kind of down in the dumps with like her love life or whatever. She starts going through all these fantasies and stuff. It's a dang good. It's a hilarious show. But then I've got a little crush on her. She's like I always liken her to a poor man's Jennifer Aniston. I don't know why. She looks a little bit like she could be related to Jennifer Aniston. I don't know why.
A poor man's Jennifer.
Yeah,
Aniston.
they always say poor man's, whatever, Mercedes, or that's what Cadillacs are. Poor man's Mercedes or something, And so I always see. I mean, if I ever met her, I think she's like literally like she says in the show she's 45. Yeah, I'm okay with that because she's only 5 years older than me. But yeah, if I ever met her and we hit it off, it'd be sweet. But the show is great. I binge watched that. That was only like 8 episodes. At like I think they were only 25 minutes long too, so they weren't very long. And the Kirby Enthusiasm, that's short too. So it's like
Well, I watched The Last Guard, that Charlize Theron.
Oh yeah, that one's good. I watched it too.
I don't know if I've
The
seen
last
that.
Old Guard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Oh, it's good. That one was fun.
It
What's-
just recently came out.
Is that like a serious movie?
No, it's a movie.
Serious, not series.
Is
Is it like drama?
Drama? Is it a serious series?
Is it a drama
No, it's
or a
actually
comedy?
action.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The Old Guard.
Yeah, it's based
Yeah.
off of a graphic novel, which I didn't know that until I saw
Hmm.
it pop up somewhere. But
yeah.
Where did you watch it?
because
Netflix.
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yep.
You gotta ask it now because you never know where it could be.
no,
Hulu, Verizon Prime.
Verizon Prime.
Verizon Prime. Shut the freak! I will punch you in the nose.
That's what you said.
Hey, I know,
Verizon
I know, I
Prime.
did. Shut up. Amazon Prime douche.
See, we just got copyright infringement now. Mixing up two companies.
They're like, we're just gonna screw you over completely. You guys,
You're
are
gonna put us
losers.
in jail.
You guys are losers.
you guys need to blur out your Batman shirts because you're.
Yeah, the Batman's, the whole franchise is now like falling down.
Like I'm Batman.
Oh shoot!
Jesus.
How about that Joker? No, I don't know. Like a year old now.
I still
Oh,
haven't seen it.
you haven't seen Joker?
No, every single time I try to go to watch it, something happens. I'm like, okay, you know what? No. I'm gonna watch
Oh my gosh! You're
I
gonna be part.
know.
I'm gonna give you that. Once you watch it, I'm giving you that 20-second review.
it.
I was talking with Nick about it. I didn't tell you, Chris. I think it would be a funny little side thing on the podcast. It's like every week or whenever we want to, basically, and like give somebody a chance to review a movie that they've seen. Like we say, okay, I'm gonna say, have you seen this movie? And then they say yes. And I'm like, okay, I want a 20-second review. You have to give us spoilers. You have 20 seconds to do it. And if they do
To
it,
give out the spoilers? Or
so
not
like
to
go from, you can even get whatever you want to go through A to
Oh,
B of the
okay.
whole movie. You want to
Right, right,
review
right.
the whole movie in 20 seconds as best as you can, and then the other two people or one other person, however many people were there that week, will judge you whether or not you gave an adequate review, and then you'll get points based week to week. It's going to be a weekly round robin, a double elimination. No.
That's gonna be a pain though.
This kind of
And then I'm gonna be like the YouTubers. The first person that does it gets $10,000, and they win $10,000.
It's gonna be a pain though because you're the one that has the most free time. Well, I don't know about Nick, but I'm sure
No,
you
but
have way
we've
more
all
free
seen.
time
No, I'm saying about any movie. We've seen it. We've all seen a bunch of
than-
movies.
Okay.
Okay, the three of us are very similar in a lot of ways. Like all three of us kind of like can sync up in different realms. Like you, Chris and Nick, you guys are very like with the animated stuff. You guys both like anime, right?
Hell
I'm
yeah.
not as deep in anime. I'm in old school anime, like Give Me a Carrot, all that kind of stuff. Anything
Yeah, I think.
Oh.
So are you? Aren't you too, Chris?
Yeah, I've watched a little bit of everything.
Speaking of that Akira, that I posted that the other night. I watched most of it. That was
Yeah.
pretty good. It got late and I kind of started falling asleep, so I'll finish it later. But man, it was crazy. When that was it done? Like in the 80s.
Yeah.
I was just like
384, I think it
some
was.
deep shit, man. And I was looking up to see. I'm like, that'd be a sweet bike to have. And like, there's people that have they've made like replicas and stuff. And they're like almost spot on replicas. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they do all kinds of cool stuff.
So, but what I'm saying, you guys are both into comics, like that kind of stuff, and movies in general, like Marvel movies and all that kind of stuff. And then so am I. And then like I fall in with like Nick with like being on the music side and the movie side. We all mix in together. So
I see you guys more tech savvy too. I mean, come on, can't figure out why my headset's buzzing over here.
well, you'll figure that out. I might have to email. I might have to send you a gift or something. Send you a microphone and a Behringer interface or something if I can find one cheap.
When am I getting my gift?
You can blow it out your ass when you respond to my text messages more than once every other week.
Awesome. I accept the challenge. It's like I'll try to remember that this challenge is going on.
Well, you have
And
a
then I'll
mic.
try to
You
text you
can.
back.
You're only like 30 minutes away from sitting in front of your own microphone. And I'm sure we could still do that without getting corona.
True.
And I'm in the new room now, so we got more space. You'll like it, Chris. It's a lot more open.
Okay.
And then one of these days, when Nick goes on a vacation, he's gonna come and visit, and we'll try to squeeze him in, and we'll do it live. We'll do all three live.
Whenever I get to go on a vacation.
Yeah, who knows?
Adulthood, you gotta.
My life has been a vacation for a while. So, and when I actually do have to work, I'm like, I got like 3 years before vacation.
Yeah.
But-
Well, Sean, I don't know if we talked about it during the episode or not, but I got a pop up, so that's been taking up a lot of the finances. That's why I don't have the nicer setup as of right now.
Sure. I understand that. That was cool. That talking about that, you got a pop up trailer,
Mhm.
Chris, just so we can fill him in on it.
An old Coleman. It's awesome.
An old Coleman. I would love to have
Nice.
one, man. I would be so cool to have one. I have nothing to haul it with. I would buy like a truck. I would trade in my car.
Yeah.
You're gonna haul it with your, what is it, Elantra?
Sonata.
Sonata.
It's a Sonata. It's bigger. It's better than an Elantra. Sonata.
Well, let's see. I have the Santa Fe that was maxed out at 2,300. So
Man,
I don't even want to know what that one. And 2,300 sounds like a lot, but when you start looking at trailers, it kind of limits. Or I mean, 2,300 kind of limits you a little bit more.
and you said you did find that Coleman came in under those numbers.
Yeah, way under. It's 1,300. So
Oh, that's sweet.
I get to have some fun with it.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
You don't have to worry about burning out your transmission and shit.
No.
That'd be no bueno.
No.
Good, then we probably wouldn't see Nick for a while. He'd be like, I'm working overtime every single damn day of my life to pay for the $1,300 transmission or something. But
Then I can meet you guys up on July the 22nd of 2025.
yeah,
Okay.
that's the next time I can do it, guys. Sorry.
That's like
He's
around
on a
the corner.
hiatus, guys. He's doing a little inner travel, or like what's the word? Like when you're trying to get into your like a new mind space or something. He's trying to find Nirvana. I don't know. I think good band.
Man.
I today, I love messing with Madison. She whenever we're in the car and we're like listening to music, rock music or something. I've been educating her slowly on the 90s rock bands that I like and enjoy. And we had talked about just recently, Nirvana. I think I talked about this last episode. I talked about Nirvana and like kind of the what happened there. Like I didn't sugarcoat much. I kept it a little PG, but saying what happened to Kurt, and I'm like, it seemed kind of fishy because he used a shotgun. I'm like, imagine how long. Imagine what?
You said curtain instead
Curtain?
of Kurt.
Kurt. I meant what happened to Kurt and
The shower curtain.
happened to Curtin. Curtin Cobain.
Curtin Cuban.
Curtin Cuban. Mark
Get it
Cuban's
right.
daughter. Mark Cuban's daughter, Curtin Cuban.
Yeah.
So I told her how it goes. She's just like, whoa, that's really crazy. Thanks for having nightmares now, Dad. Thanks. So we were talking, and I talked about how, like, after that, Dave Grohl started Foo Fighters and all that shit. Well, today we were in the car, and they played a song. They played Led Zeppelin's Kashmir. But they didn't say who it was. They just said, no, it's time for some classic rock, and then play that song. And I said, I'll give you $150,000 if you can tell me who sings this, but what band this is. And she's like, I'm like, I'll give you 2 chances, 1 hit. And I'm like, there's no chance in hell she's gonna get this. And so she's like, is this Pearl Jam? I'm like, does it sound like Pearl Jam? Does this guy's voice actually sound like Pearl Jam? That I went through, I'm like, no, that's not Pearl Jam. You know that better. And she's like, well, can I have that one back then? I'm like, sure. And then she's like, listen more. Is it Green Day? I'm like, oh my God, have you learned nothing? And I'm like, nope. And then what was the other one? She guessed. I can't remember what the other one she. I said, oh yeah. I said, all right, here's your one clue. They're British. And she's like, the Beatles? I was like, oh my God, I failed you as a father. And so I'm just like, no. And she's like, oh, man. So she's looking at me. She's giving me evil eyes. She's got good headphones on, and I think she heard me right at the end. I wish I could. Oh, shit, I got to do it. There's Baby Yoda.
It was nice knowing you.
Yeah, she moved too fast. She wouldn't let me show her. You don't want to be seen? Okay. So the second one came on. It was a Monkey Wrench came on.
Nice.
And I said, all right, here's $1. Because I'm like, we were just talking about this the other day. So I'm like, I'll give you $1 if you can tell me who, you get 2 chances.
So you went from like 150,000 to $1.
Yeah, because I knew she would not know Led Zeppelin at all. But I was like, she could pull, she could pull the Foo Fighters one out of nowhere. And so she's trying to. I said we already talked about this with the Nirvana drummer and the guy that the lead singer killed himself. Blah blah blah. Blah. She still couldn't come up with it. I'm like, you're gonna be really mad at yourself when you hear the name. And then I tell her, oh my gosh, she's so mad. And then I said, bonus point. Who's the lead singer's? What's the lead singer's name? She couldn't think of that either. I said Dave Grohl, and she's like, I don't think you even knew that. Did you? I can't remember if I actually said his name when I said the drummer in the past conversation, but it was hilarious. So I'm gonna do that to her every once in a while. Do little trivia questions. And there's another song that came on, and it was like a new song from a band. I said, okay, try this. She's like, it sounds like something Michaela would listen to. And I'm like, yep, definitely, it's her favorite band. She goes, Green Day, and I'm like, yep, there it is. This is Green Day's new song. Have you listened to that? Have either of you listened to that? It's not bad. I don't really like different. Green Day. What? It's different, right?
Yeah, it's really different for them. I mean,
I think that's why I like it better.
Concert, and they were fun in concert, but that was back in 2001.
Yeah. I think
you're talking about educating. One of my favorite ones is Lucas loves listening to Gorillaz. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, song number 2 by Blur comes on. That's the same guy, And I go, who's this? Or what band does this guy sound like? And he's like, I have no idea. I was like, that's the guy from Gorillaz. He's like, oh, I just love to see that connection happen.
Yeah. You're like, wait, okay, now his voice sounds exactly the same.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I didn't know for a long time that it was before they actually said it. Like, I didn't realize it was him. Did you know it was him from the beginning?
No, because they kept it under wraps for quite a while.
And but like the voice still was very familiar, and you're just like,
yeah. I mean, I knew that the artist was the guy that did Tank Girl.
What?
Yeah.
The artist is the same guy that did the comic book Tank Girl back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
You didn't know that.
I don't think I do that.
But, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's fun. When you have kids, you get to go through, Chris, you get to go through all, like, the Marvel movies, and you're like, look at what I've grown up with. Now I bespoke I don't know what's the word I'm looking for.
Bestowed, maybe.
Bestowed, is that right? I think that's probably the word I'm looking for. I give it to you. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
I've been
bestowed this upon you.
I've been lucky, Lucas. We've seen almost every single Marvel movie in theaters, except for the first few, because he was what 4? Yeah, 4 years old when the first one came out. So it's kind of like he wasn't quite there yet. But once he got old enough, we blew through all of them and seen every single one in theaters. It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, that's
awesome.
cool. Yeah, I'm still like a noob on as far as like the early Thor movies. Never seen those. The Hulk one, never saw that.
The second
Uh,
one of Thor was the worst one, I think,
Yeah,
in my
that's
opinion. It's like the worst one out of the whole MCU.
really,
yep.
really,
Oh,
the
yeah.
second one.
Yeah.
Hmm. So
Easily.
it's not even worth watching.
I
Am
mean,
I-
it has some correlation to the whole story. So, I mean, you got to watch it at least once. But then once you watch it, you'll understand why it's the worst one.
Yeah,
Really?
I mean, I think it's kind of funny, like watching the last two. You kind of the last two Avengers movies. You kind of like realize they kind of just walked right around that second Thor movie. They're kind of like, yeah, we know you guys don't really like that one, so we're not going to dive too deep into that
Yeah.
one.
That's nice.
We'll leave it alone.
That's funny. I'm kind of worried about where Marvel's gonna go from here. From that, like I hope they don't shit the bed, and hopefully they have some good movies coming out.
They're pulling out
Well,
some of the deeper cuts, which it's going to be fun to see some of these guys come up, like Shang-Chi and stuff like that. It's going to
yeah.
be pretty cool.
Because,
Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh.
Black Widow was supposed to come out in May, but with all
Yeah.
this, like,
Yeah.
they pushed it back. They didn't even want to release it in
Shang-Chi
Disney
is
Plus.
a Bruce Lee-ish character,
Okay.
and he goes along with like some of like the Iron Man's villains, like the
The Mandarin
Mandarin,
and the Seven Rings.
the Seven Rings, and all those
See,
kind
this
of
you
guys.
guys are like walking over my head. I have no idea.
They've been
Iron Man. Does that count?
well, Iron Man 3, the Mandarin. Yeah,
What?
Yeah, 'cause remember on the third one, the Mandarin was fake.
yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
He was
But-
just an actor. His name was Trevor.
Yeah. Trevor.
I even
That's
remember
Ben
his
Kingsley,
name.
man. Don't you even try to trounce on Ben Kingsley. He's a
He
great
had to
actor.
have fun doing that movie.
I know. That was just kind of throwing him a bone type thing. He's like, "Can you please do this? We know you're like the most equivocal like actor of our time, and you would shit on us otherwise. But just do it."
They pulled down big names though.
Yeah, they
Just
do.
keep on coming.
I was so mad though when you watch the movie and then you see that it's fake. He's just an actor. I was like, what the hell? It's like I got ripped off.
Yeah, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way too. But at the same time, it opens up the door for the real one.
The real Mandarin.
Exactly, because they play this little. I forgot what the news channel is called, but it's like it's a they do it on YouTube where it's like basically a news channel based on the MCU where it gives you feedback as to like movies and stuff like that. So like he basically goes to jail and then they tell him that it's like there's a guy that you took his name from and he wants it back, so basically letting you know that even though he was fake, the real one is out there. So everybody was like, holy hell. So a lot of like I really hoped that it was going to be like in Iron Man 4 or whatever, but now that that's not going to happen, it turns out that it's going to happen on this other film that's coming out with Shun-Chi. So
I love the fanboys going crazy. Like, just go ahead and cast Keanu Reeves. Just do it. Just get him in this MCU.
Yeah, he might as well.
I mean, come on. He's got John Wick 4 and Matrix 4 coming out on the same day. I mean, come on.
What?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
See, I heard that they were thinking of casting what's his face Channing Tatum to play Gambit, like the
Oh, I heard
X-Men.
about that too.
That's been going on for a long time.
And then I was like, I thought about it and I was like, someone that would actually I think would be a good Gambit based on the comics, it would be Keanu Reeves. Like I would love to see him as Gambit.
Yeah. They're going to have to
Can
go
he?
again, though.
Could he pull off a Creole accent though? That's the problem without it being too cringeworthy.
I don't know.
That
Has he ever-
Creole.
I don't remember seeing him in a movie where he has a foreign accent.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah,
Even in
yeah.
Dracula, when he was from England, he still didn't have an accent.
Nice. Did you
Good
ever?
point.
Did you ever see Always Be My Maybe? Anybody? Either of you? I know Chris and I we've talked about it before, but have you seen Always Be My? It's on Netflix. It's called Always Be My Maybe.
Oh, where he
He plays
plays
the boyfriend.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen those clips.
Dude, that oh my gosh, it's the best, man.
I actually gotta watch that.
It's great,
Like
man.
Nick
It's a
said,
great show.
I've seen the clips, but not the whole actually.
The whole movie's pretty good. The whole movie's pretty good. The lead in that, the lead guy in that he's really funny. He's like very deadpan and he's good. He did a cold open for The Office once when
Yeah.
where he plays Jim.
Yeah.
Comes in
Oh,
in the
that's
morning and Dwight's like, "You're not Jim." It's like, nice joke, Dwight. He played. He
Yeah.
kisses her. He kisses Pam and everything. And they're like, "This is Dwight." Pulls up a picture, and it's a picture of him in there. They photoshopped him in there with the family. Oh shit, I love that. That's one of the best cold opens. He's like he did all the same things. Like he like looked at the camera, like and everything. The Jim. I love it. Oh, R.I.P. The Office. It's not gonna be on Netflix next year.
Yeah, I know. Oh well, I got.
Where's it gonna go? We gotta go somewhere.
Who knows? I know. What is it? Is it NBC, Universal, or something like that? Just did a deal to come out with the Peacock Network or whatever.
Oh, that's probably right. Yeah.
Wow.
Who knows?
Another,
It's gonna just be like here's 50 streaming services.
yeah, another thing to pay for. It's like I cut the cable on cable to get away from paying like $250, and now if you start adding up all these extra shit, then it's probably gonna equal like $200. But like if you get together some friends and then you start giving each other's credentials, then cut the price down a lot.
Or I mean, if you just get an Android and download some apps, you'll get everything.
Okay.
True.
That's good. Cool. So I can smell it over here. Maddie we just got some new like mouthwash or whatever she just tried. And it smells the entire room up. It's very minty. It's very strong. It's like, oh, that smells kind of good.
Very fresh.
Oh, I have a big announcement. Before we get into any kind of serious, if there's anything big that people want to talk about. How long do you think, Maddie? How many more hours do you think before the pool's ready? We got a pool, boy.
Oh,
A big pool. Yeah, the homeowner, he's been doing this during this whole thing. He's been doing like a home. He kind of just did his own. No, he's been doing like he made his own like business at home. So he's been selling Lego
Pot?
pieces, Legos.
Oh, that's a big business.
Lego. What? Pot?
Yeah.
Lego pot. No, he's been selling Legos and he's been selling puzzles. Dude, coronavirus has been like a huge thing for puzzles.
Mhm.
Like he's been able to sell them like almost like 100% over what they cost. So he's been making some crazy money, and like so he's been spending some crazy money too. Because I mean he's a retired vet, so he gets like a pension there, and then he's also gets my rent money, and he's also he's got something else. Oh well, I think I'm not gonna divulge too much of his shit, but he's got money coming in. On top of
you're gonna
on
get him
top of-
exposed, and then next thing you know, like next weekend,
I'm
yeah,
not
we had
saying
a
their
robbery
names.
last night.
I might have to delete that out. But he's doing
So
all
what
right.
was your address again? 125.
Yeah. Suck my balls lane. So he's like, I'm just gonna do it because he had a pool already in the back when he bought the house, but it's been run down. So he's like, I'm just gonna do it. So he bought a new one that just basically goes in the same space because it had the deck that wrapped around the pool and everything, so they could just build it up around the same spot. So it's filling with water. It's filled with water the last like day and a half, and it takes forever to fill this pool. And so it's kind of interesting. It's almost full, and I feel like I got something in my eye.
So let me get this straight. You're paying rent, and now you're gonna pay an HOA.
I might as well. Yeah, you're probably right, man. Yeah, I'm actually I thought about it because like, he spent like a good chunk of change on this pool. It's above ground, but still, it was a lot of money. And I'll tell you guys separately, or not separately, but off air. But I was like, man, he hasn't said anything, but like, I think I'm gonna probably add more. I'm gonna tell him like, well, during the months that the pool's open, I'm gonna add more in my rent just to kind of make it
Yeah.
worthy. That way, I can have like friends over or something, and we can use the pool and like people that are in Tennessee, can come over, and we'll be able to swim probably until like September and probably into even October maybe.
Yeah.
So we got like a decent chunk of change still, and like when we pulled in from dinner or from getting preparation for dinner, it was almost full. So tomorrow should be, yeah, it's practically there. Tomorrow might be the first day to jump on in. It'll be fun. He wants to get like one of those outdoor movie screens with a projector and everything, so like we could be
Oh,
like
that'd be fun.
watching movies in the pool and floating and stuff. He's got
Come
a
out
huge
all,
deck.
and then come out all wrinkly and shit.
Yeah, he's been
See,
talking about like
that would be the worst for you because you're binge watching all this stuff and then you have a projector outside.
yeah,
You're gonna look like a 95-year-old.
dude. I'm hoping to take it like utilize it a lot because it's just good exercise too. Actually get like into like the whole doing
Well, I
laps
mean,
back and forth
yeah.
instead of just doing float there and just like actually just giving myself a better endurance on swimming 'cause I suck at swimming.
Well,
Like,
if you actually do it,
no
it's actually
endurance.
like one of the best exercises you can do because
Yeah.
you exercise most of your body. So
It's I for a long time I thought it was the number one thing, and I had a trainer tell me it was the second best thing. You guys know what the first best thing is now?
The
What?
baby making.
Baby baby.
I would go with Nick on that one.
Not quite, but it was an actual sport. But that would
You work out your core so well.
Roman Greco wrestling.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Because you
Yeah.
strain so much in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
I had a guy, the Y said he's like, actually it's been taken over by wrestling because wrestling because you endure so much and as I was like, well, that makes sense. Because like everyone around like I've never done it, but like 3 minutes long maybe. You're just like kicking, yeah. You're beating your ass down for 2 minutes around. It's like I can see it. But as far as like low impact, no impact next really is swimming, man.
Yeah.
That was the other thing he was saying. He's like, a lot of people don't like count the wrestling because it's so high impact. It's like it beats the hell out of your body.
Mm-hmm.
Swimming just. I want to get like those. It'd be cool to get those headphones, those Bluetooth waterproof Bluetooth headphones. You seen those?
Mm-mm.
You can actually wear them while you swim, and I don't know how they stay waterproof for so long because sure as hell phones don't last that long. But
give it a shot. I want to find out.
It would be cool. I've got to look. I got to research them and see how much they cost because I think they're kind of expensive. It might even be the. It might not even be something that goes in your ear. It might be those temporal ones. Like they're.
Oh yeah.
You could seal those up 100% probably.
Those are cool as hell.
I've never. Have you ever worn them before?
Yeah, a friend bought them and he let me use them, and I felt so off, dude.
Is it weird?
I mean, it's weird at first because there's nothing there. There's nothing in your ears or anything.
Yeah.
So you're like, where the hell is the sound coming from? Like, it's crystal clear, but you're like,
really?
What the hell? Yeah.
Crystal clear.
Yeah.
No shit. I figured it'd be kind of muffly.
No.
Not heard about this yet.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Bose even has headphones or glasses that are temporal. They like when you put them on, they just they sit right here. They're like these little transducers that the sound goes into your brain.
They vibrate. Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's so weird,
with little vibrations, like you actually hear the sound. So it's not actually anything on your ear. It's actually basically the frame, the legs of the glasses is basically what does everything. And
right.
Music.
The other ones look like they're like the Bluetooth that kind of have like the little plastic that goes right around the back of your head, and then there's like a little like square or whatever that rests right in your temples.
Yeah.
And I'll find one and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, they were really good though. But I think he paid like $300 for them.
Dang.
Yeah,
What would they be called? Like, what are they?
I have no idea.
Oh, hmm. I have no idea what they're called. Temporal, but I don't know how to
Ten,
TEMPORA.
10 pots.
temporal headphones. Maybe. Wait, there was temporal. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Oh, they're not that bad. There's one called Aftershocks for 120. I mean, they're pricey.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
we're
It
good.
looks like
I
that's
would,
the brand. Oh, there's another one called Tiogo. Bone conduction, that's what they call it.
Tiogo. That sounds like a Chinese ripoff. I wouldn't buy those.
Yeah, they have some. They have some that are. They're called. They're most of them are going to be Chinese. They have some here for $50. You should find out, Chris, what ones your buddy had.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him.
Because that way, if they sound crystal clear, man, that's the ones I want. Because that'd be cool. They, like you could like. I could see that you could probably have decent bass with them too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, from what I understand, is you can if you put it up next to your ear, you can hear you can hear the
Yeah.
volume. So,
Yeah.
so it's just it sits right here in your and it just I don't know how it just vibrates your I guess your bone.
I was mind
It's
effed
really weird.
for sure, though. It was crazy. It's a
Mind
crazy
effed.
feeling.
Mind effed. Yeah, I'll send this.
I mean, so then,
Send this
like, I guess you everything else going on around you, then too, don't you? Or is
Yeah.
it kind of like
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
you
the
do.
go out
beauty.
that way?
They're good for like runners and stuff. So like you can like listen to
Huh.
music, but you can hear traffic and shit.
Your surroundings. Yeah,
Um,
that's what threw me off, though.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's literally like if you were hearing voices in your head, like you're going crazy.
Well,
Like
there's also
I think like if I would buy those, like in 3 months I'll be a freaking sociopath or something. The voices never stop.
yeah, you can really screw with
And I'm,
somebody.
still, and I'm still wearing the glasses. Like the voices never stop.
This is certain.
It's like, how about you
Pick up
take
the
off the
knife.
glasses?
Like I can hear a thing in my brain. Well, they also have as far as like, well, I think you can do it on the new AirPods, where you can switch something where you have there's an ambient speakers or
Yeah.
ambient microphones where you can hear around you.
Right.
And I know that there was a set of Sennheiser earbuds that had that too, and they actually had a recording function that you could go to like a concert, and they were so high def microphones that you could record concerts in binaural,
Wow.
and it was awesome. They had a whole series on like when they first I don't remember they were like $200 too, but they were it was a corded Bluetooth, so they're the ones that have like that long ass cord, but they were still Bluetooth ish, and like I was like, man, contemplating maybe like just putting the money up and see because like, they got a lot of good reviews, and they had like a whole when they were doing the whole advertisement for it, you could go on to Sennheiser and you could listen to some of the shows that people had recorded, like little local shows or something, and it was pretty cool. You put headphones on and like you hear like it sounds like you're sitting right there listening to the band. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
So, and that was just another little gimmick. I don't know if it's a gimmick or what, but because you don't hear about it that much anymore. But that's the wave of the future. My big ass headphones that I enjoy. There's gonna be a little bone conduction. Everybody's gonna have bone conduction. It's just gonna be you're gonna just plug a little thing into your brain, and
Yeah, but those
Bone-
the
bone
big
conduction.
headphones. Lucas just got a pair of those for Christmas. That's what he really wanted.
yeah,
That's what he wears now. Like instead of a hat, it's headphones. Like that's
Yeah.
all he does.
yeah, and like I love them. I got a pair. I got another pair just the other day because they were decent priced, and they were like a budget headphone. But everybody's like saying like these outperform a lot of the high end ones, and they're bigger than the ones I have on right now. And these are the biggest ones I've had. They're like Sennheiser ones. They're a good like almost 4 inches tall, and these are like bigger than those, and they don't fit right on my head though. Like these like fit perfectly. They have a nice clamp to them.
Mhm.
It covers my ears completely, and then it kind of pushes in. I got different pads than what they normally come with. They're like memory foam pads, so they kind of mold better. But like the other ones, they have a really weak ass clamp on them, and like I can move my head around. If I do it more, it just like, they start falling off, and I'm like, hey, I need to figure out how to make this better. Because I'm like, they sound good. They don't sound as good as these. These are my top headphones. But you got to kind of, these things do some things that like I have another pair that do better in like other aspects of like sound frequency and stuff, or just like sound stage and whatnot. So that's the thing with headphones. You're like, it's such a coin flip on whether or not you're gonna like it or not, and you got to make sure that you have enough like objectification on it within the time frame that you can return them if you don't like them. So like, you usually get about 14 days through Amazon. So you're like, I can usually tell within a couple days if I like them. Like, nope, don't like these.
We go to the Guitar Center a lot because that's what Lucas plays, and
Mhm.
They have the wall of headphones. So like,
Oh, do they? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's how I chose his. I mean, I already knew I was going to buy Audio Technica just because I like their brand.
They're a good brand.
Yeah, and so I got
Solid.
like, a mid-level one, and
Mhm.
it's great because he can plug it into his amp and play with his guitar, his bass, or just listen to the stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, they can handle the instruments. That's another thing you got to be worrisome too.
Mhm.
Like some headphones you'll trash if you plug a guitar into, even if it's even through the headphone port.
Yeah.
Because like they just can't handle it. That frequency, it's a different tone coming from the amp than coming from a CD.
Yeah.
So and like some people don't realize that, but it's like, yeah, you can definitely, especially if you plug in a bass, something that Are you falling asleep, Chris? Are we boring you?
No, I'm listening.
Just joking.
I'm into it.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful because I mean you can definitely blow up some shit.
So that's how I messed up 3 pairs already.
Really? Yeah. I know. I've done it before, and then once you do it, you're just like, screw it. Turn up. I can't hear.
Note to self.
Well, like it was funny when I worked at Gibson, they had they'd have like little scratch and dent sales every once in a while, and I went to one of them, and they had like Epiphone headphones, and I was like, they were $1 for us. That's they're getting. They usually have like so much overstock and stuff that if they can't sell it, they sell it dirt cheap. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy these. If they suck, cool. If they suck, oh well, it only cost me $1. I went home. I plugged them into my little like mini rig or whatever, just in the headphone thing. The first note was like, I was like, oh my god! No wonder these are $1. They just screwed me out of $1. They're just like, yes. Every time somebody's buying those shitty headphones, it's like you're just gonna want to listen to the radio on these because that's all they can handle. So, anyways, that was my tech corner. So what's new in everybody's life?
My tech corner.
You got anything interesting, Chris? Christian? I always call him Christopher.
It's been a roller coaster for me. I mean, working in the heat, it's crazy, but
I couldn't imagine doing that, dude. I've done it.
I was working, like for someone else, but then since there's a lot of work going on, I thought of basically registering my own company, and I did, and I was like, I'm gonna start slow, and I started working with this guy through my own company, and then I went ahead and I basically published the website on Google, or not the website, but the company on Google and everything. And I created a page on Facebook, and then now I'm getting calls like left and right to do different jobs. And the thing is that I don't have, the manpower to do all the jobs, which is crazy. Like I thought it was gonna, build up eventually, but it's like it was so quick. And that's why, like right now, I've been getting home like at 7:30. It's been crazy because we're trying to do all this and that, which is good because I mean, even though it's a pain in the A right now, but I'm hoping to buy a house or something. Hopefully, in like 8 months due to coronavirus, it'll be like $25 a house or something.
We're all buying houses.
Right?
It's like I bought a house in Tennessee. I never use it.
So yeah, basically that's what I've been up to. But like I never thought it would be. I mean, I knew it was gonna be time consuming, but not as it is, because like I had a general idea on how to handle it, but I didn't thought it was gonna grow that fast. So I've been like taking calls, driving here, driving there, and then working, and trying to do everything at once, and it's just crazy.
How's bragging camp going?
How's what?
Wow.
I
No,
said,
that's
how's
cool.
how's
Brag.
Really
how's
cool.
bragging camp going?
It's pretty decent. I mean,
It's like I started a new business and I'm going crazy. You got so much money going on my ass. So
well, I
like,
wouldn't say I wouldn't say that.
I'm unemployed right now. Just so you know.
Money going up your ass. 'Cause you're not doing anything. You're getting money. So
Pay me under the table.
that's like the ultimate goal. Like sit at home and then make all this money.
But I could make more if you paid me tax free. Cut that out later.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
And then you're gonna get a letter in the mail.
I'll help you if you need me. If you need help, I'll help you. Just let me know.
Cool.
I'm not tech savvy enough, so I'm never going to offer that one up.
What?
I don't know how to do most stuff on the computers at all. So
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can half-ass it, but
Well, when I worked in the call center, we had a famous saying. It says, "Fake it till you make it." So
yeah, basically, grind until you find them.
yeah, even though you don't know anything, you're the expert. So
Exactly. Excuse me, miss. Excuse me. Who has the moniker at the end of their name? Technician. Me.
it was funny because I had a friend that worked there. Apparently, it's their motto is like customers always right, right?
Mm.
So you can't talk back, you can't be mean or anything like that. But I had a friend that in some cases he would lose it, like literally. So it was funny because he had a lady. He sat beside me, so he had a lady that was calling because there was something wrong with her iPhone. I forgot what it was, and the guy was figuring it out, but it worked on previous versions of iOS, but not on that one for some reason. Can't remember what it was. And then the lady got mad and she was like, "How long have you been doing this again? Because it looks like you don't know anything." And then he was like, "Oh."
That's funny.
So she was like, "I'm sorry, man, but I like." He was like, "I'm sorry, man, but it's not my fault that your iPhone is so shitty."
Ma'am, if you'd like to,
and I was like, "Oh my god!" But yeah, dude, it got bad. Like then she was like, "I want to talk to your supervisor and this and that," and like it was a whole ordeal.
like, if you'd like to file a complaint, ma'am, the website is eatmass.org.gov. Like, what? She's like, okay, I'm gonna write this down. So
It's like
it's in my, oh
.gov.uk.
my gosh. So finally gets it. So you're not with your in-law anymore? Your father-in-law?
Yeah, I'm with him, but I mean we're basically working together, but it's not that we're working for someone else technically. I mean we're doing our own thing.
Well, like I said, man, if you get overwhelmed, oh, man, if you're overwhelmed or something, you need an extra hand of some sort, let me know. I'm pretty free, pretty available.
Hey, Sean, you want to help us?
Like, what? I'm sorry, I missed your call. Just leave a message. I'll get back to you, Chris.
It'd be like
8 o'clock at night.
The freaking like do not disturb. It's like, sorry, man, we're watching Netflix. Call back later.
No, I'm serious. I would help you if you need me. I ain't saying full time or nothing, but let's not go bananas. Baby steps. It's like, what's the time going to be? 75? I'll be there. 98? No, I'm sick.
It's gonna be like 7 to 5, and then it's like
That's
9
cool.
o'clock, and you're already like passed out.
That's cool.
okay, those are really cool looking headphones. I just got your attachment. I just saw that you sent that to me.
Yeah.
All right then. I have to give those a try.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what I can do is I can break this up into multiple parts because Senior Nick has to go.
Yeah, I got to get going.
Sounds
Which is
good.
cool. That's fine.
Well, Chris, this has been nice.
It's been fun.
Yeah, definitely.
So
next
cool.
time.
I'm glad we haven't really stepped on each other's words much. It's kind of cool. Nice to have a little round table discussion. And we didn't really talk about anything. I had a couple ideas I was like wanting to talk about because like the last time that we
Fuck
did
your
something.
ideas.
Remember, I had the things that
We're
like
doing it live.
mute him. I'd be like,
And you can mute me, bitch.
yeah, something about the,
Nick,
something
Nick's
to say about
sleeping,
that,
so
Nick.
you're gonna be on your own.
I'm gonna mute Nick or mute Chris, and like, you have something to say about that Chris? I can't hear you, douche. No, but we didn't cover it last time, and that was like the interesting facts that are like hard to believe or whatever. Remember, I was going to talk about that after I got off. I'm like, dang, we did not have any time to do that. And I see how freaking Joe Rogan will go for like 3 freaking hours.
Oh, yeah, it's easy to
Because
do.
it's super easy, especially when it's people you can talk to. You know, it's easy. They're easy. Everybody's easy to talk about. You know.
Oh yeah.
It's one of some. It's like if like the conversation is just dominated by like 2 people and the other person's just kind of sitting there. Like all of us have been even input on it, which is I think that's why I kind of like the dynamic of having 3. Not that we have to have 3, but it just kind of worked out that way. And we're gonna have to bust our balls on how we can patch you and Nick with the like one after the Rona is over.
Patch it. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, I'm thinking that like I don't know. We're gonna have to like spitball some stuff because like we could get your vocals in easy. It's just a matter of whether you'd be able to hear us. That's the only thing I'm worried about. And I think there might be a way I can do it, but I don't know. We'll have to definitely brainstorm it. But yeah, because it was the same thing about like what Chris and I were going to try to do with like interviewing people, from different bands. We were talking about like in the beginning of the podcast. I think I've kind of like worn out my. I thought I was going to get some Damwell's guys, and I reached out to them like, and they just kind of like never got back to me. I'm friends with them on Facebook still, but they're just I don't know, they're just too busy or whatever. They maybe thought that I don't know, like I was going to flake on them again or something. I don't know. But either way, it'd be the same thing where I'm trying to like figure out how to do that. We'll just do that with you. We'll figure it out though.
Okay.
All right, man.
All right.
Take it easy, buddy.
Gentlemen.
Give it
Nice seeing
if you like next week maybe at some point we'll talk about it. But
We can talk about it and come up with a plan.
cool.
Alrighty, guys.
See how
Sounds
I
good,
can get
man.
rid
Take
of you.
care.
See you guys later, okay?
Yeah.
See you, buddy.
Bye.